Let me share a lesson in learned helplessness that I received through my experience with mosquitoes. I know. Follow along with me here. I am going to be reading from there, so when you see me looking off, that's why I'm looking off, okay? Alright. I hate mosquitoes. The thought of them makes me nauseous. Probably because I see them every day and I know they can be carriers of all kinds of diseases and bacteria. And I don't have the money to invest in that much mosquito repellent, and it seems no matter what I do, I just can't get them to leave me the hell alone. Day in, day out, I've used different methods to kill them for years. Try to make sure I sleep completely covered, but when the time's hot as shit, I abandon that method. Plus, they bite through the clothes. Sometimes. I've been keeping a bottle of alcohol and disinfectant around me for years now. For more than one reasons. And it was effective in killing mosquitoes when they came close to me. So, I've used that. They trigger my anxiety. So now my shaking at nights is more frequent in an effort to get them off me because the thought of them lined off on me is disgusting. And it does scare me. So, last night, I was so exhausted by it. I was tired of trying since it seemed like nothing was working. So I tweeted exactly that, including in the tweet a message to the mosquitoes to just bite me. I can't even be bothered to fight anymore. I woke up this morning feeling like I got some sleep and was happy with myself for not giving them my attention. My was to get up to pee and go right back to sleep. I removed the shield from my eyes and there they were. More mosquitoes than I'd ever seen in my entire life, floating around, rising up off me. I felt sick and scared, and I still had sleep in my eyes, so I could barely see them. So I grabbed for the spray bottle, which was almost empty by the way, and tried to spray at them, only to find out that enough wasn't even in the bottle to spray them anyway. I eventually only got 2 and the rest of them flew away to hide. Where? I don't know. I looked for them, I haven't found them. So here I sit, anxiously anticipating their return. I guess this can also be a lesson in law of attraction, since I put that tweet out into the universe to wake up to this experience. But this is a video about learned helplessness, although law of attraction seems to work hand in hand with it too, if you think about it. Learned helplessness occurs when you lose hope after countless times of trying. According to Wikipedia, it occurs after constant exposure to trauma that keeps occurring no matter what you do. So you start to believe there's nothing you can do to stop it, and therefore you do nothing to help yourself, since in essence you feel helpless. And it is learned because it occurs as a result of several experiences that happen, leaving you to believe that's how it's meant to be and give up. Scientists have cited this as one of the causes of depression. I have been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and borderline personality disorder So I can attest to that. So maybe it's because of this predisposition why I react to things the way I do. But I also tend to believe that it is a regular reaction I observe on a regular basis from almost anyone. See, I believe as humans, we are optimistic at first and ready to take on challenges because we don't know. And when we find out we can fail, we face disappointment, putting a dent in our ego. Lose a little bit of that optimism because we now know there is a chance we can fail. But we also naturally keep trying because we believe in our chance to succeed as well. And when you succeed, it acts as proof that you can and serves as a lesson for the present and the future. But similarly, if we constantly fail on a countless number of occasions, then we've acquired so many dents in our egos that it serves as a lesson to us that we'll continue to fail, so we may as well give up. Let's use another example in my life, since I've had so many experiences like these. But I think this is a lesson many people can relate to. I think my reaction to this situation is slightly different due to my struggle with depression on an everyday basis, but I don't think it's that much different in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so last week I lost my cat at the vet. I go into the whole story about how it happened on my Patreon, where you pay $15 a month to get access to my thoughts and poems. So if you think it's worth paying $15 to find out the details, you can do that. If not, that's okay too. You don't need the details for this example. But after losing her, I spent some time looking for her because I saw where she ran. But all this time I was looking for her, I was also exposed to stimuli that was triggering my anxiety. I kept looking, walking around, calling her name, having people look at me like I'm crazy, having other cats look at me like I'm crazy when my head just popped up in their hiding spaces, while trying to ignore the worst case scenarios that were popping up in my head, trying to remain optimistic about finding her. After looking for a bit of time with no success, I stopped looking and left the premises. I hated doing that. I don't even want to talk about that now. Someone else went back to the vet the other day and searched with help from other people and still didn't find her. But let's speak for me and break it down in reference to only that moment. In that one effort, all my actions were proving to me to be what? Unsuccessful. So I did what? Stopped looking. People do this every single day, which makes me wonder if this is as a result of social conditioning or a natural reaction. My hopes are still up that they'll find her, as they told me they set a trap for her and it usually takes about a week and a half to work. I already had it in mind to go there tomorrow and look, but feeling the very real fear of not finding her again, which threatens to stop me from trying because I feel like it doesn't make any sense to try. I am struggling between thinking that and scolding myself to not be negative out of fear of attracting negative, and forcing myself to remain positive because I want to be able to bring her home to attract her return. So I'm trying to think positively while still feeling the weight of helplessness. While writing this, I received news that family members will be going up to the vet tomorrow to look for her again, which is a relief for me because the weight of helplessness that rests on me, that threatens to overtake me, that I am currently fighting off, is making me feel like I would prefer to avoid going if I don't have to. I said threatens to because I still have that hope. And if push comes to shove, I will get up and be there in a heartbeat.